You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The Herons are champs. Yeah. Roll south to Freedom Park, rocking pink and black. Official tissue in the 305, bounty full of greats. The Battered Fan with Chris and Dan dropping hot takes. Messi and the Herons start the season with a star on the crest, so 29 fan bases can cry, cause we the best. Sign homegrowns like Noah, Frey and Ruiz, replacing goats with greats. Yeah, Miles got the cheese and he called it. Freedom to dream was the backbone. From Lockhart to Miami, it feels good to be at home. Multiple times a week on YouTube and audio. Take the time to subscribe, like and share the show, so check and chat. Grab your MLS cup and coming, no question about it, I'm ready to get a star again.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 556 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Gradana, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
A point's a point, or no? It's kind of disappointing to tie against a team like this.
Yes, and I'm kind of curious because I have no idea where the chat and where the social media and Twitter and everything is kind of right now. I haven't had a chance to look. I'm curious. I have my thoughts, obviously, and I'm sure you have yours, but it's disappointing. I didn't think we look horrible. Columbus isn't a good team, so you don't want to lose to or not get 3 points at home against a team that isn't good. But
yeah, they're not good at all.
I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I don't know. I don't feel bad. I don't feel great. Kind of blah, honestly. It was a blah game.
Pincer was nice.
You thought so?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I thought Pincer was getting it.
Yeah.
No.
He frustrated me a little bit with this one pass that Suarez kind of laid off to him, and he tried to touch it around the keeper.
Oh yeah.
And he's still young, like obviously.
Tried to get fancy.
No, I thought it was a good play. It just he went too wide, didn't have the angle anymore.
That was right in front of you too, no?
Was that right? No. Well, I was on your seats today.
Ah, okay.
So it wasn't kind of
on
my side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was in front of the other side. Yes.
Yeah. But so I don't know. Do you want to start with? Let's do something we've never done before. Let's start with the chat. I want to go straight to the chat. Pull up some comments because I'm curious. Because I really don't know where the chat is right now, and I'm gonna tell you I'm not as down as I think some people might be. I don't know if they are down. I don't know. I'll tell you who I am down on, Rocco. I'm really down on Rocco. And that's not trying to be funny. I do think that we need to go back to St. Clair or sign another keeper. Why? I'm not happy with Rocco at all.
Why?
We should have lost today.
We should have lost.
Did you not see the ball where he just let it go over his head and he didn't even try to play it? And it hit and it bounced almost inside
it bounced
the
off.
line.
But did you not see it got deflected? That's why it had.
I don't care what. I don't care. Once it's in the air, you run for it. He just kind of just watched it. Oh well, if it goes in, it goes in.
No, he probably thought it was going to go over.
Oh, I'm
well, I mean, look, other people are in agreement with you. David is saying down on Rocco.
And
Will from MLS Moves decided to tell me that my propaganda with Rocco is over. Like if I'm running a propaganda machine here.
You are.
Not necessarily. Listen, let me tell you. All right, let's save the discussion because I want to save what I was going to say.
And by the way, one other thing about Pinter.
When we discussed the goalie.
Pinter had a couple opportunities that I thought he fluffed.
He did.
But he's a backup, so that's okay.
And Rocco's a backup's backup.
Yeah, but you talk about him like he's won 2 championships 2 seasons.
Well, he is. He's a two-time. All
right, so don't talk to him about him like he's a backup and he's allowed to do this stuff. He hasn't played well.
All I'm saying is we tied, and I guess you want to get right into the vibe check.
Yeah, I do.
Like
I do.
Fresh.
I'm curious. I want to see. Usually when I'm watching games at home, I get to at halftime, I get to scroll through the chat and or through social media, kind of see what everybody's feeling. I have no idea what everybody's feeling, and today was such a blah game.
Look, Sean just put it the best. The facts are he's a backup that is also a two-time. That's facts.
And how did he let that ball that Casemiro deflected roll in? I don't know. I'm sorry, man. Rocco,
Did you not see
that own goal?
You have to see the replay because he hopped to the right because he was expecting it to go cross, and then Casemiro deflected it, thought it was going to go wide.
But you know what? If he was like 2 inches
don't
longer,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Go look at the replay.
St. Clair is 74 inches longer. Pause.
And he would have his fingertips would have gotten to it.
He
Rocco's
probably would have
short.
turned into a ghost.
And I really liked the question Franco asked Hoyos when he said, "What's with Rocco over St. Clair?" And Hoyos' answer was, "Oh, you know, the way we play, we sometimes leave ourselves exposed on the back, right? We need a sweeper keeper." I wish Franco would have pressed him on that. It's like, yeah, but he's been doing a poor job as a sweeper keeper. So at what point do we look for somebody outside? At what point do we look to sign somebody that can do that job correctly? Because, yeah, okay, if you don't believe St. Clair can do it, Rocco obviously isn't doing a good job either. Are we actively looking for somebody that can actually do the job? Because obviously we have two people that can't. All right. So I said go to the chat, and you're yet to pull up a comment. What's going on, Mister? I pull up.
All right, there's the poll, guys. There's the poll. As Polish as polls can get. Is it over? Yes or no? Is that a good way to gauge the?
No,
the
man.
chat?
You don't need to pull up the chat. Just pull up the comments.
Oh, I thought this would look. Everybody's saying no. It's not over.
Of course not.
Okay.
You know, if we would have won today, we would have been, I think, tied or maybe even taken over the Supporter Shield lead. Like we're not in bad shape right now. Messi
Well, a lot of people look. A lot of people are a lot of people are going against Rocco. Right, I'm going to go a little bit deeper in the chat. Okay, so everybody's saying that he played like shite. Okay, there's Sliced Bread's making a good adjustment, saying Casemiro needs a little more time to adjust. Rocco's buns. Caicedo played good.
Caicedo, I thought was the standout of the game.
Yeah, so there's your vibe check.
So my seats are right behind the goal, so I get to see the players pretty close. When I saw Caicedo standing there, I was like, how is this kid only 18? Like, kid's huge.
Yeah, he looks like he's 6'6".
He is huge. He's huge. He's fast. He's good on the ball. One thing I will tell you is it's something that I liked and also scared me. You could tell he has confidence
on the ball. Yeah,
he has confidence. Like, you could tell the way he delivers the ball that there's confidence there. But what I didn't like is that there was a point where he had the ball and he tried to split two defenders.
Oh, yeah. No, in the second half.
He's like, F it. I'm going to take both of you guys on and split right in the middle. And he lost the ball in our own half, like our own third.
Almost blunder.
And I was like, all right, I like the confidence, but let's calm down there. But that kid's going to be a baller. Now, I'm not sure how that works because contractually, I don't think he's a U22. I'm not sure what he is right now. So I'm not sure what happens. I don't know if he's one of those players that we get to call up a couple times in the season. Like, I'm not sure what he is and how often we're going to see him. But the way I saw him today, we better figure it out because he needs to play and play more often.
There's another comment that I really like for Rubita saying it's a shame that Bright, who only makes $850,000, plays a lot better than RDP that makes $15 million. That's a conversation I don't think that a lot of people are ready to have.
I didn't think RDP was that bad today.
And so much for you thinking that Hoyos cooked. Jesus I is saying this loss isn't on Hoyos. The players are physically dead after 30 minutes. Listen, I actually
like what Hoyos did today.
A lot of people were kind of hating on Hoyos and the structure or lack of today.
I actually like what Hoyos did today. I told you I wanted to see if he did something different. I wanted to see if he kept being as aggressive as always. I don't think you can rely on being that aggressive all the time. You need to be able to adjust. And whether the adjustment worked or not, I'm glad that he's trying different things. Because when it comes to playoff time, like, you need to be able to try to buckle down and see a game out. They weren't able to. I mean, Rocco let that last free kick in, but they weren't able to see it out. But you need to try. You need to try new things. You can't just be like, I'm going to outscout everybody. And when it comes down to playoff time, we're playing these top attacks and we're playing against these top teams, we're going to try to outscore them also. I'm like, no, you got to figure out other ways to play. And I was good that he kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit and tried to see the game out, try to hold on to the. I was okay with it. I mean, I wish it would have worked. I'm sure if we would have won 2-1, I'm sure people wouldn't be complaining as much.
First of all, it's so easy to be like, oh, he's got to change it. When he has people like Ian Frey out, Segovia out, and Falcon out, and Lujan out, and Messi is coming off the bench, like, of course it's going to be different. So I think that's just nonsense. 88% says it's not over, though, Danny.
Of course it's not over. That was a stupid poll.
That wasn't a stupid poll. These polls are good.
What would be over right now?
Just, is it over? That's it.
We're like a point out of supporter shield.
Listen, I mean, whatever you think is over, and the loner chiming in saying, damn, this fan base is so reactionary. We're reacting.
No, not everybody. As you can see, 88% is not. It's Chris. And he's trying to get the masses rallied up.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody is cool with it. They're okay with a 1-point tie. Move on. We still got a lot of season left.
Look, we were down Frey. We were down Segovia. We were down Messi in the first half.
Yeah.
RDP was rusty. Casemiro still getting adjusted. We have Rocco at goal. Like, there's a lot of things going against us. Caicedo played his first career game, I think, as a pro ever. Like, so, like, it's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. Noah Allen was starting, right? How many games has he started this year? Like, there's a lot of moving parts today. That's not necessarily an excuse, but you know, it's reason to not overreact, I think.
I think it's a little deflating. I think it's fair to say that it's deflating to lose to a Columbus Crew team who you and I have talked about to the end in the MLS channel, and they're kind of suspect. And we tied against them. And like, this is a kind of a critical game.
But Chris, it's because we have a bad goalie.
Oh my God. We're going to go back to the goalie?
Yes. I will die on this hill.
You can die on all your hills.
If he plays that free kick better, if he plays that deflection off of Casemiro, guess what? We win. And Sean Callahan, we have two bad goalies. It sounds like it, yeah.
So then what? I mean, so should we be in the market for goalies?
Yes.
We should.
I was saying this as soon as the World Cup break started. I said, hey, hopefully we have a new goalie by the time, because Rocco isn't it. And then I said, you know what? F it. Let's try Rocco, because maybe Chris is right. Maybe he's made me hate him, and I was blindly hating on him. That's what I thought to myself. I was like, maybe Chris has been so obnoxious that I started like being biased, and that's what I was thinking to myself. Maybe let me try to clean slate. Let's try Rocco. And it took one game, and I was like, okay, yeah, I was right. And then the second game, I was right. And then the third game, I'm like, yeah, we can't have this guy in goal anymore. We need a new goalie. And if I had to pick between the two, I would go St. Clair.
Rick is saying like he died on the Redondo standout year hill.
I did. He can't bat 100%.
Look, this is not going to happen, Rico, unless like
he's going to Italy, I believe.
Yeah, Debo's not coming.
And Rick A, are you picking and choosing what you hear and what you make up? Because I never said I wanted to give him the full season. I said give him up until the World Cup break. Up until the World Cup break. That's what I always said. And then once the World Cup break came, I said, okay, we can't have St. Clair anymore. We need a new goalie. That's what I said.
This is a good question. I mean, Sean is one of the best commenters of all time. How many MLS Cups does Dane St. Clair have? This guy's 0.
Who was the goalie for the Galaxy when they won it 2 years ago?
I mean, I'm just telling you who's got the chips and who doesn't. And the person that's got a bag of them, 2-time, Rocco Blocco. Are we going to get into the game?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So, like, are we going to go over starting lineup? Because that was weird.
I didn't. I was at the game. I didn't put it. I didn't make any graphics.
Okay. So, the guys, imaginary dragons for me. Okay. So you got Rocco Blocco playing goalie. And then filling out the defensive line, you have Noah Allen at left back. You have Facundo Mura at right back. You have Caicedo making his debut. And then you have right next to him on the left, Mikael. And then in the midfield, you had sort of a Yannick Bright, Casemiro, and Rodrigo De Paul. And I really don't know how that was formulated, but they were there in the midfield. And then I think Pinter played the right side. Silvetti played the left side, and then Suarez was up top as the lone striker.
By the way, Suarez might be playing the best he's ever played with Inter Miami this stretch.
Oh, yes. How phenomenal is it to see that, right? Like, first season, he came out with a bang.
And then last season was a down year.
Was a dud. And then this season, without
to start
Messi,
off, it was rough. Even when he was coming on as a sub. But once he became a full-time starter, he's completely gone back to 2024.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing him being the creator without having Messi on the pitch. I mean, obviously with Messi,
he did it without Messi and Berterame, which are the two guys that he's been linking up with the most.
Yes. Literally one of the, and Kung Lee is saying class is permanent. Johnny's saying shout out Suarez.
Well, you know what? And we're going to have a Leagues Cup type preview where we talk about Leagues Cup coming up in a couple of days. But you know Suarez is out the entire Leagues Cup, right?
Yeah. He's banned for life on the Leagues Cup. Yeah,
from last year.
He's done.
So, yeah, he's balling right now, but he's not going to play for the next 2 weeks.
They're going to have to false nine Messi.
They are, because Berterame might not play either. So they might have to go the false nine with Messi.
Or you might get your
who
dream.
The right, I don't know if I love Pinter out there on the right side. Because as of right now, it would be Pinter, Silvetti, and Messi. Well, let's not get into that, because that's for the Allende's not back yet, but that's for the Leagues Cup episode. We'll talk about that in a couple of days.
So what'd you think of the lineup, Danny? Considering all the players that we had available, I'm sure it was disappointing to see Messi benched.
Yes. When I saw De Paul was starting, I wasn't sure why Messi was benched. I'm sure Messi wanted to play, so I'm not sure why he came off. I guess they're trying to save him for Leagues Cup. I don't know. So that was my first thing. Second thing, I was surprised that Caicedo was starting. But then I remembered that Frey was suspended.
Correct. Yes.
So that's caught me off guard. I was like, who the hell is this blonde kid? And then, like we expected, Casemiro is the single pivot. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of him playing that position with Bright there. Although, I will tell you one thing. I think Bright might be able to play that 8 role. He looks so much better on the ball than he has in the past. It's like he's kind of improved. Am I going to say he's world class or great? No.
Be careful. Be careful.
But compared to what he was before, I was like, man, maybe he can play this role of the 8. But even if he can, I'd much rather have him as a holding midfielder and push Casemiro further up.
You need to be careful there, Danny, because spitting all these hot facts, you're going to bring in the Pedri Potters and the Arsenals back. They'll come back right out of a portal.
Arsenal guy.
Yeah. Can Frey now replace Mura? I mean, that needs to be launched like to hell in a handbasket immediately.
So yeah, that's my only thing. But I didn't think Casemiro played poorly, although the own goal sucked, and also was it him that got the yellow card and it led to that free kick that ended up in a goal?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, I'm gonna have to look back exactly at the timeline, but I believe so. So yeah, it was Casemiro that got the yellow card, and then it led to the free kick goal.
Yeah, so
that was that sliding tackle, and then Rodrigo De Paul was there complaining for 45 minutes about, I don't know, spacing or something.
So, unfortunate sequence of events, but again, I didn't think he played poorly. He won a couple balls that I thought were impressive.
Mm.
You know, and Amy saying Hoyos needs to be fired. For who?
For Javi Morales.
He's gone.
If you're gonna, well, yeah, that's right. But we'll call him back.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll come back. Yeah.
I didn't like the starting lineup because I thought Messi should have started. But then obviously, if you start Messi, you take out Pinter. Pinter plays on the right. Silvetti plays on the left. I did like the midfield, but like I'm kind of like, I don't know, dude. This Rodrigo De Paul thing, man. I feel like it's just such like it's just it hasn't, I don't know, it hasn't been consistently good.
He played bad today. Like there was one ball that he gave away where I thought that he should have played it in a little quicker, but for the most part, I didn't think he played it bad today.
But Danny, if you're talking about a DP, you can't be saying stuff like that. I don't think he played bad. If you start talking about that, he turns into Gazdag, who gets subbed out at the 50th minute or whatever.
That's fine, and that's why we've both been hating on him over the last year, right? Because it's been a year now. He's been here for a full year, a calendar year at this point, and we've said he doesn't play like a DP. But we have to stop talking about the money and the DP status at this point because it doesn't matter whether he gets paid $10 or 17 million. It doesn't matter. On the pitch, we have to just judge him at this point by what he does because, I mean, that's it. He's a DP. Like, nothing we could do about it. And I didn't think that today was that bad.
I mean, you're saying it's not that bad. And then you're saying Casemiro didn't play that bad.
Correct.
Oof, I don't know.
And I thought Yannick Bright had a good game.
I mean, Yannick Bright did have a beast of a game. He was an important cog in the first goal.
Look, I love what Hoyos was doing in the first half, where he was just pushing up aggressively and pressing. Like, I don't even think there was a trigger. He just basically said, "See ball, get ball." Like, as soon as as Schulte delivered the ball anywhere, he pushed up Yannick Bright and Rodrigo De Paul, both madmen after the ball, and then Suarez would fill in the left channel. He would fill in the left channel, Pinter the right channel, and then just had Bright and De Paul just chasing down the ball. And I thought it was genius. I thought they did such a good job of pressing high and early in that first half. And then they won that ball with Bright, where he gave it over to Suarez for that first finish.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll get into the game, right? Because that's exactly the first goal that occurred. Like in the 16th minute, Bright ends up getting the turnover, sets it up for Suarez, and in such intelligent fashion, Suarez just turns around, knows that the goalkeeper's off way too far, and he just lets it go. Now, speaking of this, the Loner mentioned a good comment. Bright is very bad at finishing. Bright literally has never been good at that kind of stuff.
No, he's never been good at pushing the ball forward, period. Like we said, he's improved, is what we said. We still think holding midfield, like he has to be deep in the midfield. That's where he's best. That's where we want him. But, since they put him a little higher up, I thought he did better than I expected. But I still rather see Casemiro there and have him back.
So I want to ask your opinion because you were at the game, you were watching. I felt like in the first 15, 20 minutes, the first 15, I guess, because we got scored on later. We scored at the 16th. Did it seem like the Columbus Crew had more control of the game in the beginning of the game? Because that's what it felt like to me a little bit.
Well, and like Ty was telling us in the preview show, they've gone back to the Wilfred Nancy way of playing, which is just heavy possession. Like they just swing the ball back and forth, and they just possess the ball, even if it makes no sense, with no purpose. But they're just going to possess the hell out of the ball. They almost, like they say in American football, like they take the air out of the ball. Like they don't let you possess the ball. They just swing it back and forth, and that's when Miami started pressing them. And I thought that was working great. And now you just can't keep it up all game. And I did think that once they scored and they took the foot off the pedal a little bit, it became a little easier for Columbus to grow into the game. But yeah, Columbus, they're back to the Wilfred Nancy days where they just want to possess the ball, even if it's meaningless, and they're just swinging it back around and they don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna just possess it and play the safe ball. And I feel like that's what they were doing for a big portion of the game.
It's just off topic, I guess. Minita saying, how many free T-shirts did Chris score today? There were free T-shirts, Tanny?
Yeah, but it was a mess. They had one person giving some out, but then they laid the rest on top of a table, and they only gave it out through one entrance. I always go through a specific entrance that doesn't have a line. So when I got to the top, I was like, where are the shirts? And everybody's like, oh, they're over there. By the time I got there, it was a madhouse. And you see, they just piled the shirts on top of each other, and then people were just reaching in, just grabbing, wah, 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 wah. And you saw, and I saw this one guy, and I was like, man, that would have been Chris. He was walking like this. I'm not exaggerating. Like this. He just had a bunch of shirts. He was just walking around. These people, there was no organization in that shirt distribution.
Why didn't you get shirts?
I tried.
Did you get any?
Jenny got 2.
You should have gotten 2, 4 more.
No, I'm telling you, it was a mat. They had no organization. They just threw them on the table, and everybody, when they know it's free, they just start ransacking the place. People are crazy. I wish there would have been a little more organization with it. And one thing I did want to mention, two things, off topic, a little quick. I promise you it'll be quick. We'll get back to the game. First, today I went to the game with my family, entire family, baby included, 1.5-year-old, almost 2-year-old. They don't allow baby bags. First stadium in my life that I go to that doesn't allow a baby bag. What exactly are we supposed to do if we have a baby? I don't care. All the other stadiums allow you with a baby bag, see-through or not. It's a baby. So
sucks.
That was annoying. And 2, my wife and I like to drink High Noons. You buy a 4-pack, and it costs $10 to $11. We went for one of those cans that come in a 4-pack for $10. For one can, $18.
Oh, baby.
Come on. We're getting to a point here where you guys are starting to be a little disrespectful. Come on. The taco truck that you like?
Yeah. Everything
is $20.
Oh,
tacos, no. They put up the price of everything. It's what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? It's gotten to a point where you guys are being disrespectful. How are we going to enjoy going to games when you're just pricing everybody out?
Yeah, they're gouging big time.
Yeah, man. Even parking. If you want to go to a game and you're like, oh, you know what? The tickets are cheap. But guess what? Parking is $50. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
You guys, it's getting to a point where it's a little crazy. All right, sorry. That was just my 2 cents about going to the game today.
Minita is saying the trash can was full of umbrellas.
Oh, thank you, Minita. So they give out, you know how they have a little fan zone in the front of the stadium?
Yeah.
They were giving away little balls, little white and blue balls. When you try to go into the stadium, they made you leave it there because you're not allowed to bring the balls into the stadium.
What the hell?
There should be some communication there. Tell the people that are giving away the items that they're not allowed to bring them into the stadium. So everybody's happy. Oh, I got a little blue ball. And guess what? They don't let you bring it into the game, into the stadium. And then you can't bring an umbrella either. There was piles of umbrellas. It was, I don't know. We're working ass backwards here, guys. New stadium is not off to the best of starts. And we had 2 months off. That's great. We have 2 months off during the World Cup. I thought I was going to come back and things are going to look so much better. We got 2 months of construction working while nobody was here. Looks the same. What the hell do we do?
That sucks. That blows.
Anyway. All right, so that was new stadium review for the day. We can move on.
So, second goal of the game was us getting scored on, and it was an own goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what player it was for Columbus Crew. I believe it was, I don't know if it was Mo Farsi that ended up crossing it. I'm not sure who it was, or Haborn.
From where I was sitting, it's very tough to tell. Yeah.
And Casemiro came in. Shout out to him for a defensive play, and slid, got a deflection, and essentially we ended up getting scored on because Rocco Blanco couldn't
Rocco
cover
is a couple inches too short. That's why.
That's not at all. Rocco was nimble in between the sticks. He predicted one side because the cross was coming, but then at the end of the day, he just couldn't be able to cover it because, things happen in the game.
Chris, is this a bit? Has it become a bit for you, the defending Rocco thing, or are you being serious? And be honest. Has it become a bit like, you know what? I'm this deep. I'm just gonna dig my heels in, or is this legit your opinion? Because I find it hard to believe that you're still gonna defend Rocco and still want him as a starter if you want this team to do well this year. Because if you want this team to do well, you know that neither Rocco nor St. Clair should be the starting goalkeeper on this team.
Look, am I telling you that Rocco is the best goalkeeper ever in the history of goalkeeping? No, I'm not saying that. Not yet. Because if he wins a championship this year, then he is, right? But what I'm telling you is that he's better than Dane St. Clair. And Dane St. Clair has
I disagree.
Well, I mean, you can disagree, but the fact of the matter is that Rocco was a goalkeeper for a team that was always being attacked on defense, with no defense around him.
Not in the playoffs. Don't say that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
In the playoffs,
he faced less than 20 shots
better.
in 6 games. He barely saw any balls coming his way during the playoffs. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But when he did see balls coming his way, guess what? He blocked them like a goalie's supposed to do.
When?
Go look back at it. I got the film. Okay? No, Dr. T, let's not do all this.
Chip Messi said you can't blame Rocco for the first goal completely. Absolutely, you can't do it completely, but he should have gotten to it. St. Clair gets to that ball. Somebody that is of height, somebody that's a little taller, probably gets to that ball because he tried. He reached out. He almost got to it. He was just a little short.
Yeah, and you know what? Shout out to Pedri Potter. Only reason these bums hype Devil Claire, which I don't know why you called him a devil, is because he's from the MLS. No, it's because he had a great defense in Minnesota.
Chris, let's be very clear. Who on this show hyped up St. Clair at all before the season started?
You absolutely did.
Before the season started? I wasn't the one telling everybody to not get hyped.
You didn't hype him, but
didn't I tell everybody that hey, stop talking about him being goalie of the year because that doesn't matter on this team? I wasn't hyping anybody up. If anything, I was telling people to be ready.
But you kind of didn't want Rocco Blanco to succeed.
Dude, I want this team to win, and I don't believe that Rocco is the best chance.
Okay, so next goal up, we get a beautiful assist by Luis Suarez, which I don't remember what player it was that actually made the pass to Luis Suarez, but it opened him up in a way where he was able to kind of just cross it beautifully, very accurately. I don't know if he was trying to pass it to one player or the other, but Noah Allen came in like a bat out of hell, flew in with a flying header, and there goes the goal and puts us up 2-1, which was beautiful. Because then now all of you guys that hate on the homegrowns can eat it because Noah Allen comes in flying like a flying saucer and heads it into the back of the goal.
That was a beautiful play by Luis Suarez.
Very beautiful. Very good setup.
And Ty told us that the Rudy Camacho was going to be the weak link. He was. Rudy Camacho was probably responsible for both. Like, Rudy Camacho probably should have let that somehow gotten that ball out with his body, and he just kind of like elbowed it in. That was weird. And then he also had the first turnover where Yannick Bright intercepted it and gave it off to Luis Suarez. Yeah, man, I thought that was a great play by Luis Suarez. I thought Luis Suarez did a great job, and Noah Allen obviously did a great job finishing. But Luis Suarez, the way he kind of won that ball before it hit the touchline, and then he crossed it with enough pace for Noah Allen to get the head on it and kind of go far post on it. I thought that was beautiful by both of them. But yeah, Luis Suarez, man of the match, obviously, because he was doing a little bit of everything.
First half looked good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ended the first half beautifully. I thought we were doing great. And then, I want to talk a little bit about the Gazdag thing. I don't want to take like 60 seconds to talk about that. because when I see him getting subbed off, and then this guy, Bryce Mendez, who is the new 10, the DP signing for Columbus, finally comes on. Like, Daniel Gazdag, what a downfall, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what a downfall. Like, you were that guy in Philadelphia. And then you go to Columbus Crew. There's no Cucho. Nobody can play well with you. And you have had probably the worst time in sort of a transfer-ish, going to a pretty good team, right? And
yeah, because Will Fernandes was still there when he went.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, dude, what a mess, Daniel Gazdag.
Yeah.
Like, I would have kept him on the pitch, but I guess Columbus Crew thinks so low of him that they're like, no, we gotta get this guy out of here. So Messi comes in for Pinter, also around the 53rd minute. And then we start making some more substitutions, which I thought were interesting. So Mura comes off. David Ruiz goes to play right back.
Because you don't have
Ayala,
right?
Yeah, Ayala comes in, and David Ruiz has played right back. Ayala comes in for Yannick Bright.
That I wasn't a fan of. When I saw that, I thought that was weird because if you didn't think Messi was fit enough to play 90 minutes, why did you let Rodrigo De Paul play 90 minutes? If anything, Ayala should have came in for. I thought that's what my thinking when I saw that it was Bright that came off. They should have taken off De Paul, because if Messi's not fit to play 90 minutes, why would you have Rodrigo De Paul running out there gas for 90 minutes? I thought that if he's not fresh, that's fine. Keep him fresh for Leagues Cup on Wednesday and just sub him out. So I was surprised that they took off Bright instead.
Well, I mean, the worst part is that Ayala, no matter who he came in for, did absolutely nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. This guy is a ghost. So then we get to the play. Casemiro gets a yellow card. Makes a sliding tackle, gets a yellow card. Bryce Mendez ends up setting it up. And then we get scored on. Did you think that was Rocco's fault?
Yes.
I thought you would say that. So I wanted to show you some pictures.
Perfect.
So here is a picture of the shot. Mm-hmm. Now I want you to see something.
Sure.
There are 3 Inter Miami players covering 3 Columbus players.
Okay.
The 2 guys that are around the top of that little box area in front of Rocco, which are David Ruiz and Caicedo, are then guarding nobody.
Okay.
Like, and on top of that, I didn't take another picture, but
you see where Rocco is standing at the moment?
Yeah.
Now,
but
correct
again,
me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you see where he's standing at the moment.
Come in and make the header. Totally blew it.
Wait, well, who makes the header?
Mikhail was supposed to come in and deflect it with a header.
Okay. Now, but like this is what I was going to say. You see where Rocco is currently standing.
Yes.
You see how
first.
Okay. In the second image.
Now
you see how close he is to that far post. Yes. Can you believe that the ball goes in between that post and him? Where you see where he's standing right now. Somehow the ball went in between him and that post.
It actually hit the post.
Can you believe? Could you believe that he was that close to that post and somehow the ball went in there?
Well, I mean, you're expecting for one of the players to head the ball opposite way. No? That's what you're expecting as a goalkeeper. I don't know.
The ball bounced before it went in.
Okay. Well, he should have dove. I do believe that he should have dove for this. Now, again, maybe in goalkeeper camp or whatever, you're supposed to like anticipate the header opposite of where the ball is being directed. But I don't know. I could be wrong. We get scored on. Ties it 2-2. Look, David's saying that Rocco should have punched the cross away. And then Sean says, yeah, no one touched the ball, which happens 99% of the time. And look, I'm not saying it's not on Rocco. he should have dove. Minita saying it. And Minita saying, I saw it live right in front of me.
And you know what the thing is? Like, maybe it did come in with paper. Maybe it was hard. But I feel like every single game that he's played the last 3, he's had issues. The first one, the obvious one, right? With Lewandowski and with that goal that he just swift on. Montreal, where he almost gave up the win, where he went out to play that ball and he completely gave it away to, who was it? To Prince Owusu, and luckily Prince Owusu couldn't score on an empty net. Like, he's had bad moments. He couldn't play a cross correctly, and luckily there was nobody behind him. Like, he's had so many moments in the last 3 matches that you could point to, and it's like, gotta do better than that. To the point where I'm like, you know what? He shouldn't be there. We played against Montreal, which is probably one of the worst teams in the league. We played against Columbus, which is one of the worst teams in the league. That's why we haven't lost with Rocco yet, because we're playing against bad teams. If he's playing like this against good teams, we might lose. We're playing against in Leagues Cup against these top Mexican teams. Monterrey next Saturday. We got León following Wednesday. I don't know how good San Luis is. If he makes these mistakes against these clubs, we're not going to win.
You also are only talking about
all
3 games.
I know. And all 3 games fucked up.
You've given Dane St. Clair 15 games.
But he didn't mess up every single game.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
I could probably look back at it, and I'm pretty sure he messed up every game.
Okay. Well, how do I argue that? Okay.
Rick A with a fact bomb gave Dane St. Clair an entire half season. Got to give him time.
I said you have to give him time because he hasn't played on a team like this. Has Rocco played on a team like this before? I think he has.
Yes.
My understanding is that he won a championship with this team last year. That's what you keep telling me. So he's used to playing with this team. So don't tell me that he needs time. He should know how to play with this team. He's not good.
But Mikhail wasn't with him last season.
What does that matter? He's not good. That's it.
I think he's pretty good. He's a good blocker. And he's a 2-time. I think this is fair too. Fine. Okay. Oh, Sean with a Sean bomb. Rocco got his clean sheet before Dane St. Clair. Sean bomb. We need a drop, like a noise drop just for Sean.
Zone Sky, you're right. I don't even know why I keep doing this.
What do you mean?
Conversation over and over again.
So that's the game. Without mentioning that Planbeck ends up coming in for Silvetti in the 85th minute, shows a little bit of rejuvenation. I liked his pace. I liked his tenacity. But to no avail, we end up tying the game 2-2. Walk away with a point at home to a suffering never got a clean sheet? I don't know. I don't remember it. You know what? I don't appreciate this. Joe Rako. I see you. Rocco Choco. Haven't seen you in a bit. And you're going to come in with that?
Standouts.
So standout, and I don't want to go with man of the match. I'll go with Caicedo.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'll go with Caicedo as a standout. And then I think that Pinter stood out to me. I think he did. I think he stood out. I think that he had some blown opportunities, but for a person that with limited minutes, I think he stood out.
Yeah, I don't want to poo-poo on him. I thought he played okay. I thought, like you said, he had a couple blunders where he could have done better. But I mean, he's a young kid. His first time starting with the A team, so I'm sure that's a lot of pressure. Also,
well, and you can't say that RDP played okay and not say that he didn't play okay. So I'm happy you said that.
I thought Bright stood out as far as him playing that 8 role where he was pushing up a little higher than usual. I thought he stood out there.
No, Allen is a good one.
Yeah.
No, Allen's a good one. Let me tell you, for like a meh game, you had some good contribution from people who typically don't play a lot of minutes. Minita said I also like Plan Beck. Plan Beck's raising up in the ladder. We're gonna go with Kepena now.
I want to talk about Caicedo a little more. I'm really excited about Caicedo. Like what I saw today makes me think that this kid's a stud.
Yeah, but that's dangerous. Stud. The play that he made in the second half.
He's 18. Remember we got Toto Aviles, and I was like, oh man, Toto Aviles, he's 18. Like he's gonna grow into a baller. He never did, and I don't think I ever saw a single game, especially the first game, and think like, oh man, this kid is a stud. But I thought that every time I saw Caicedo on the ball or defending, even when I thought Caicedo was really, really good. And if we could get him on as a regular starter, which I don't know how that works, I'd have to look into the roster dynamics behind that. But man, like that kid is he's going to be one of those players that we really like. We enjoy for maybe this season, hopefully during the sprint season also, and then he's gone because he's a stud. And like Lucas Harrington is about to go over to the Premier League from Colorado. He's only 18.
Yeah,
only 18, and he's being sold for 20 million. I wouldn't be surprised, and I know it's just after one game. Maybe it's a little bit of an overreaction, but that's how good I felt about Caicedo today when I was watching him. I was like, wow, this kid is good. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure we just talked about that just another second because I was really impressed with him today.
But do you think that he's impressive enough to basically give the starting role versus Lujan, who's actually looked impressive? Yeah, I mean, this time off that Lujan has had is bad, I think. It's not good for him.
And remember that conversation we had about having two left-footed center backs?
Yes.
I believe he's left-footed also, so I don't know how that would work with him and Mikhail, but I wouldn't care. Like, all of a sudden, we have what we didn't have last year with Noah Allen at center back, and we had Cello at right back. Like, all of a sudden, we have height. We have size to win aerial duels, whether it be on set pieces when we're trying to score or when we're defending the set pieces. All of a sudden, you have Mikhail, which is big. You have Frey. You have Caicedo, if we can figure out how to get him starting more often. You have Casemiro, which is great at heading the ball and scoring. He did plenty for Manchester United, and he could defend also. You have, like, all of a sudden we have size, which is something we haven't had in the past, and I really like that. I didn't realize how big that kid was. So, yeah, man, that really stood out to me. I think that's the biggest takeaway from today is that I think and I hope that we found one of our cornerstones, the center back, at least for the next year.
Well, I mean, JFig is asking a really good question. Is Caicedo that good or Columbus that bad?
No, I think Caicedo's that good. I mean, we'll wait and see. But, yeah, he looked good today.
So, ¿qué penas? I'll go with my que pena first. Mr. Yapors is saying, I used to be such a Mura fan, but yikes. And guess what, guys? Mura gets my que pena for the day.
Really? Okay.
Just because.
I thought you were going to go Casemiro.
No, I kind of
he had the two plays that led to the goals.
Yes, he did. And I think Casemiro is the easy one to go with. Right? And Sean saying it. Ricky saying you get the get pena. Jesus saying
Ricky, you're on this Chris bandwagon where you're not even worried about what he does on the pitch. He could literally turn around, kick the ball into his own net 3 times, and you'll still somehow defend him. Like, it makes no sense to me, Ricky. Like, what are you doing?
That's not true. One world, one goal agrees with
both
him.
You guys would be like, oh no, it wasn't his fault. He just needed to score 3 goals to win a bet. Like, you say something stupid like that. Like, you're not watching the games, obviously.
You're done. A lot of people are saying Casemiro gets que pena. And this is a good point. Mr. Yafor is saying Caicedo was what was signed to make an immediate contribution. No one is talking Falcon, but Falcon has dropped off in the beginning of the season.
And at least I didn't think Caicedo was signed to make an immediate contribution. Like, we both talked about him playing with IMCF2, and like I thought that he was gonna have to develop. I did not think that he was brought on here to immediately be in the starter, and he's
I think based on injuries and lack of depth, I think he had to start.
Like one more goal saying that she would defend Rocco also if he scored on himself 3 times. You guys are horrible.
No, she's saying I would still defend him. I think that you're taking it out of context, okay?
No, that's what she's saying. If he scores on his own goal 3 times, she would still defend him. What's wrong with you people? Why do you guys like Rocco so much?
Because he's a good person and a good goalie, 2-time. Who'd you pick as the que pena?
Rocco.
Oh my gosh. You're going to give it to Rocco when you were just talking about Casemiro.
Chris, if it was up to Rocco, he would have let that 3rd goal go in when he just watched it sail over his head and bounce right in front of the line. He did nothing to stop that. He's like, well, if it goes in, it goes in.
There was a deflection.
Doesn't matter.
A little bit.
We could have lost. Could you imagine this show if we would have lost? Could you imagine if that ball goes in?
I mean, Chip is asking a good question. Did Rocco steal your lunch or something? Probably stole the shirts that he wanted.
Chris just drives me sometimes.
Look at Pedri Potter on board with MLS moves, saying I got paid propaganda.
Who do you think starts on Wednesday?
Question.
It sounds like Rocco. It sounds like Hoyos is ready to ride Rocco into the sunset. So I guess Rocco. I wouldn't start him on Wednesday, but that's what it sounds like.
Who gets the man of the match other than Messi?
Luis Suarez.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Luis Suarez as well.
Yeah.
And then look at this is a good question. Sean capping it off with another Sean bomb. Imagine if we had a midfield this whole game, we wouldn't have lost.
Why wouldn't we have lost if we had a midfield? Let's see. They scored on a set piece.
Casemiro was not playing great.
They scored on a set piece. And they scored on a turnover that turned into an own goal. It's not like they were creating chance after chance going up the midfield. They weren't going up the gut at will.
I mean, they were chilling with the ball in the midfield. Like chilling.
How many negative passes did they have? My daughter was like, "Why is the goalie all the way up there?" I was like, "Because they keep passing it back to him."
Yeah.
The midfield wasn't great, but I wouldn't say that's the reason we lost. Casemiro's still adjusting. Bright is playing in a new position randomly, and then Rodrigo De Paul is out there 90 minutes. He looked gassed by the end of the game.
So, Danny, if you could do me a favor, because I want to go through some of the FOT Mob scores. I want to take my gander and guess at who ended up getting lowest and highest score. Which one are we going with?
All right, I got it. Highest that didn't score or assist. So that's Suarez, no Bright, and no Allen.
No Suarez, no Bright, and no Allen. And this is highest.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go just because based on touches, they're probably going to give it to RDP. We're talking about starters only.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to give it to RDP.
Well, I'm sure Casemiro got the most touches. Casemiro's probably going to get the most touches moving forward always. Yeah, I think he had the most touches. I'll double check. But yes, it is RDP.
Yuck, man. Yuck, dude. That's insane.
The most touches this game, like I've always told you, it's going to be the center back always, which was 91 by Mikael, and right behind him with 90 is Casemiro. Casemiro's going to be they're going to play through Casemiro always. But yeah, RDP.
So he's the highest, and then the lowest, and we're going with starters only. I imagine it's going to be Casemiro because of the own goal.
For sure. The own goal and the yellow card, yeah. 5.3.
Yeah, he probably has the worst score for sure. Who was second?
Worst? Mikael.
Oh,
it's a tie actually between Mikael and Rocco, 6.2.
Oh, so
and then the highest was RDP, and second highest that didn't score or assist
probably Savetti
was a tie between Pinter and Mura. Basically the right side.
Oh. Pinter and Muda. Very surprising.
Silvetti was kind of a ghost, no?
Silvetti, he had some chances. He had the ball heavily in the first half.
He's looked a little off. All right, well, blah game, blah show.
Why is it a blah show? Why?
I don't know. I felt like this has just been a blah night overall. I thought this show was pretty blah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we got another game on Wednesday. Are we gonna have a guy from San Luis on?
I know we have a Monterrey guy. We got Eddie from Monterrey. We have, I forgot the Leon guy's name, but we have somebody for Leon also. But we'd have to find somebody for San Luis. I don't know. We'd have to check.
Interesting. San Luis, and I mean that's. I wonder if there's a podcast for San Luis. Now you can watch us working behind the scenes here.
The right side did move the ball better than the left side. Well, Silvetti was kind of nowhere. Bright was moving off to the center. There wasn't a lot of build-up on the left side. All right. Well, I think that's it, Chris. Any final words?
Appreciate all of you guys hanging out with us and staying late for this, especially after the rain delay. And thank you guys for hanging out with us and talking a little bit of footy.
Can you believe that it's raining that hard and they're like, sorry, you can't bring an umbrella in, even though you used it from the garage all the way to the front of the stadium so that you wouldn't get wet?
That's kind of stupid.
I
think that if they're going to do that, I think that they should supply, I don't know if they supplied ponchos, because they used to do that. I remember they used to do that. The Florida Blue Cross Blue Shield people, they would give free ponchos.
Yeah. Pedro Potter says, shout out to Belgium 1831. All right. Zart saying Miami will win this season. Are you excited for the Leagues Cup?
I am. I think it's like a little fresh start. And then I kind of got jealous when I heard the broadcast team talking about how Columbus is going to play their semifinals U.S. Open Cup match against Orlando. So they have their chance at hardware. And I'm like, hey, I kind of want to have a chance at other hardware. So, I think it's nice. I think it's a little refresh, a little chance at
Luis Suarez. I mean, I understand why, right? When it happened last year, we thought, well, Luis Suarez won't be on this team next year.
Yeah.
But he's here. He's playing well, and he's going to be out the entire tournament, basically.
Well, I'm excited for it. I mean, when is that one-hitter championship game that we have?
September 14th, September 15th, something like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's like a Rando Bando day.
Campeones Cup. Such a stupid thing.
I opted out of that.
I don't even think they gave me an option. I haven't even seen anything for it.
No, I think you got an option. You have to go check your email, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you watch on YouTube, like and subscribe. Maybe. Today's show was crap, but maybe you'll like it anyway. And we'll be back maybe Monday to preview San Luis and then Leagues Cup in general. And then make sure you check us out tomorrow on Battered Soccer Fans, where we talk about the MLS week as a whole. And we'll be talking about Leagues Cup and all that other stuff. So make sure that you go ahead. And if you haven't subscribed to that, make sure you subscribe to that. So with that said, we're out of here. So until the next one, it felt weird, man. It wasn't a good night. So until the next one, have a good one.
Should have gotten more shirts.